Jim, it's at the boiling point. It's at the boiling point. A lot of things going down. It's at the boiling point. I think it's all. Look at Dr. Death and Hercules Hernandez and Dugan. There's a lot of things coming down.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
Shawn Michaels and Jim Horton, they're caught up in this fire. Shawn Michaels goes behind Dr. Death, and Dr. Death, a four-time All-American in wrestling, University of Oklahoma. No man, I've never seen any man control Dr. Death. And you saw how quick he went behind. Look at this. Dr. Death and Hercules are really, there was 3 referees in that ring, and Boyd Pierce was trying to get out of there. It was like being caught in a stampede. There's a bad streak going on out there, bad streak. Hercules Unchained.
he is awesome.
We got some other great ones coming up. You've got that return bout from 2 weeks ago. Johnny Mantell and Nature Boy Buddy Landel. Buddy Landel had hit Johnny Mantell with a set of nuts or some type of foreign object, and Johnny Mantell has demanded a rematch. And we still have Master G coming. But look what's going down here. Bad Street's going down. But Dugan's the kind of guy that says, I'll walk down Bad Street and steal your street signs, baby. That's the kind of guy Hacksaw Dugan is. Shawn Michaels, a newcomer, a protege of Jose Lothario. He is really getting initiated. Wow, the youngster fired back on the big doctor and tagged out. I think that was the wisest move, because I think all he did is get the doc's attention. Look at those ribs of muscles in the abdominal area on Bad Street Hercules as Jim Horton, he didn't even phase him. You've got truly Hercules Unchained out there, Jim Cornette's bodyguard.
Ooh. He tried to slam him all the way through the mat. Dr. Death now coming in. The tag was made. Dr. Death with that double clothesline type maneuver.
This is just awesome. I've never seen a team this devastatingly awesome. And they're just as enraged as Dugan.
Bill, you know this hold.
That's right, the Oklahoma Stampede, and I know its effect. I taught it to him. And listen to Doc holler for Duggan.
30 pounds, Bobby Garrett. His opponent from Aspen, Colorado, weighing in at 246 pounds, Lars Anderson.
Lars Anderson, who has fallen out of favor with his 2 brothers, Gene and Ole Anderson, who apparently could not, and a front chancery by Lars Anderson takes that into a snap mare on Bobby Garrett. And it's Garrett trying to escape from it now. Anderson clamps down, brings his man over. Garrett with the stars on his trunks. Lars Anderson with those aquamarine trunks in black piping. Good forward leg trip by Anderson. Garrett trying to escape. Anderson again ties him up into a front chancery. Anderson is a very methodical, systematic competitor. Remember, next week, of course, we'll be on 30 minutes early. Next week, 30 minutes early at 5:30 p.m. Full 2 hours of Georgia Championship Wrestling. And it is Garrett coming up rather slowly now. Anderson stalks him again. And Anderson unhooked a right hand. And it is Garrett coming up very, very slowly, shaking his head. He's been rocked. lock-up collar and elbow, and it is Garrett exploding now on Anderson. Garrett exploding Anderson. Came off the ropes, caught him now. Blasting away with his feet, and Anderson once again. Caught him with that elbow coming off the ropes. Bars the arm. And he has him submitted.
More serious, two more dedicated, and two more determined athletes than Ken Patera and the world champion Harley Race. Neither one will give a single inch, a portion of an inch. So when they clash with wrestling's biggest prize on the line, Ken Patera flexing those massive muscles after lifting Kerry Brown onto the turnbuckle. Can you imagine what it will be like when that man, Ken Patera, maybe the strongest man in the world, squares off with Harley Race, who said you have to cripple him to take the championship from him. Well, right there is a man, Ken Patera, who can cripple anyone. Anyone in the world. Patera has the wherewithal, has the power, has the knowledge, has the ability to cripple them. Patera pounds on Kerry Brown, yanks him over the top with a chancery, gets a count of one on Kerry Brown. Remember that Patera won that Missouri State title from Kevin Von Erich and then beat Kevin Von Erich in a rematch. And that says a lot right there about Patera's tremendous amount of skill. Patera with a front face lock on Kerry Brown. Is it a strangle? Chuck Riley checks. Now it's a strangle. As soon as Riley pulled that hand away, Patera went right for the windpipe. A kick to the head from Ken Patera. Patera bangs away on Kerry Brown. Pops an elbow into the face of Kerry Brown. Patera walks across the face of Brown. Show me what you got, boy, yells Ken Patera to Kerry Brown, and bounces a forearm into the cheekbone and then into the jaw. Kerry Brown twists the arm of the Missouri State champion. Patera flung to the mat. Leg drop to the shoulder of Patera by Kerry Brown. Patera goes to the corner.
2 minutes left, 2 minutes.
Kerry Brown twists Patera's arm, trying to pull him out of the corner. Kerry bending that arm forward. Ken Patera. The pressure's really on him because of the opportunity he has at his command. Patera uses knee lifts to get loose from that armbar arm twist combination by Kerry Brown. Patera lifts Kerry. Look at that. High overhead. Face down and pitches him halfway across the ring. To call that a body slam is an understatement. He threw Kerry Brown, 240 pounds, clear across the ring. At 2, Kerry Brown kicks off Patera. He better check his vertebrae after that slam. Patera hoists Brown once more. Backbreaker. The backbreaker by Missouri State champion Ken Patera once more. Kerry Brown battles away from a potential pin.
1 minute left, 1 minute.
Ken Patera clotheslining Kerry Brown as he came off the ropes. That's like getting hit by a 2x4. There's the full Nelson. There's the swinging neck breaker. The swinging neck breaker by Patera. Kerry Brown forced forward. He's risking serious neck injury right here. A lot of men have gone directly to emergency rooms after being trapped in that swinging neck breaker, and Kerry Brown has to give up. The match is over, and Patera finally releases the swinging neck breaker.
In the blue corner at 221 pounds from Florida, Tommy Wright.
Tommy Wright versus Ricky Gibson. Bill wants this to really be a tremendous matchup here in this first of the Mid-South TV tournament bout.
Sure should, and both these men are scientific wrestlers. Both are junior heavyweight guys. Ricky Gibson, the former world's junior heavyweight champion. We're getting a lot of calls from the junior heavyweights because we have been considering a World Junior Heavyweight Championship tournament. However, these guys are in the Mid-South Television Tournament with some changes being made, and that all matches will now be one fall to a finish for the television title. There will not be the restrictive 15-minute time limit. The Mid-South Television title has gained so much prestige and recognition that we're going to treat it like a full-blown title where it is, people are not restricted by such a negative aspect is a 15-minute time limit. You just have some great athletes that have to have time to make tactical maneuvers, and that restricts them in that aspect. Ricky Gibson up for a flying head scissor. Tommy Wright lost his balance. They're into the ropes. It's close. The referee calling for a break. Now, this is the kind of match that a lot of fans at Rightus have asked for, a clean, scientific bout. We brought this to you. It came out of the drawing. It was a random situation. We're really glad to be able to bring it to you. This is, again, another change in the bracket-type situation for this tournament, that whoever advances in the tournament, all the names will be thrown back in the hat and redrawn for next week until we're down to the final winners. If it gets into where there would be only 3 names in the hat, somebody would draw a bye, and the other 2 would wrestle off, and then whoever had the bye would go back in the hat, and it would again draw and face each other. We have 3 television tournament bouts tonight. Sean O'Reilly against the Nightmare, and then Al Perez against Mr. Unpredictable Dick Slater. Of course, we're really glad to have Deborah back with us. So Jim Duggan's girlfriend. I certainly hope that by him saying he's taught her a few moves to help her defend herself, that I just don't know how much or where that involvement would go. I'm sure she's incensed. Talking to her before today's show, she said, you know, you've got to protect your man. You know, I can't help him against the other wrestlers, but if that dark journey interferes again, she says, I'm just emotionally, I've got to try to defend my man. So this could be a very explosive situation if these 2 hooked up. It'd be like an alley fight. The bad thing is you've got Sawyer and Slater, who don't, I believe, have any real moral integrity about the difference in the role in a man and a woman. I think that certainly we've seen that Buzz Sawyer would more than accidentally try to injure her. And of course, Duggan is still very incensed about that situation. Brett Wayne, another tremendous athlete. I'm sure all you young ladies that used to watch him on Channel 17 will be thrilled to hear. He's on his way to Mid-South. He is the brother of Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer. But he said, when he called, he said, I'm not coming here to support my brother. I love him, but I don't approve of what he's doing in Mid-South. Certainly what he did to Duggan's girlfriend was a shock. He said, I want to come down here. I want to wrestle in the Mid-South. It's the toughest competition in the world, and I'm very interested if that junior heavyweight title, if you truly have that tournament. So we're getting a lot of interest. We appreciate your cards and letters on the subject. Again, great news. Ted DiBiase returning Christmas. Of course, Dick Murdoch's suspension up as of December 21, and he's hot on Butch Reed's trail, and I'm certain. And Dickie did say something, and I really was reluctant to repeat it when I asked him, because, you know, Dick Murdoch is a guy that helped Ted DiBiase get his scholarship at West Texas State University. He also helped him get into pro wrestling, was a friend of his father, and he and Teddy were friends. And I said, is there any remorse about what you did to Teddy? You know, you looked like you had ended his career. And Dick Murdoch is a very stubborn man, and he's not one that I've ever known in any way to apologize for anything. When he takes a view, he's going to go with it all the way. And he told me, he said, if he gets in my way, if Ted DiBiase gets in my way again, I will finish him. And Dick Murdoch, you can't take that lightly. Inside cradle. Ricky Gibson, Tommy Wright. Tommy Wright held on to the rope, which threw Ricky Gibson's timing off. And when you go over those high-risk moves, it's a good move on Tommy Wright. That's a strategical move. Body slam. These guys are mixing it up. A lot of prestige at stake, this Mid-South television title. Tommy Wright pressing the attack. Ricky Gibson, he hung on to that leg, going for a single leg. Attack of the leg. Spinning toe hold. Ricky Gibson into that leg maneuver. And he's got Tommy Wright's shoulders pinned.
Never turned it loose to the leg and carried it out to a pinfall and a victory in this first Mid-South TV tournament.